Hiya Stewart. Hiya Stewart. I said I'd do a little video for you this morning, so here it is. If you're fretting, if you can start fretting, 4 things you can do. You can set up, you can buy a fret jig from like Chicken Bone or Stewart, somewhere like that, and a fretting saw with the, with all the jig with the pins and stuff. A lot of expense that, if it depends how many guitars you're going to make, and it's very physical. It's a pain in the arse. I soon got rid of mine. I had mine for a couple of months, thought no. So best way to do it, if you're going to make a lot of fretboards, is to make a table saw jig. Buy a cheap table saw from Screwfix, 60 quid or something, and make yourself a table saw jig, and buy a special curved blade, 0.023 is it, or is it 0.23 inch anyway? It's 0.23 inch. And also you will need a good quality fret saw. I do advise you to buy a good fret saw. This is an English one. It's Sheffield steel, all the rest of it. Great, it's got a 0.23 kerf blade. So as this is a Stewart one, Chinese one. Japanese saw, sorry, not Chinese. And you'll notice that it's got a little bevel on the edge. Brilliant that, because it helps you guide and it cleans out. Very, very good saw. I've had it for years, and I would recommend you getting one of them, but you'd have to send it to America for it, I think. Right, the next way to do it is to, if you're only going to make 1 or 2 guitars, you don't want to go through all that aggro of slotting. It's a real pain. Just buy a board slotted like this. I sell these for 15 quid, any scale length you want. Ebony, it's exotic ebony. That's all I deal with mainly. I can get other stuff, but mainly I'd get ebony. I can get them black, all sorts of patterns, but 15 quid slotted and delivered. Can't go wrong, can you really? So it depends how many guitars you're going to make. Right, so onto the fretting. So first of all, your fret wire, don't buy straight lengths. You know, all this business about a coil and a fret bender, nonsense. Just get it in a coil. It's already bent, look. So once you've got your fretboard on your guitar sorted, set yourself up a little situation like this, whatever you want to do, and I just clean the slots out using that little bit on the end, and if it needs a bit more sawing, I do that. Right, so that's all. Those slots are ready. So any old cheap fret hammer will do. And I don't cut them. I use the roll because this is most economical. You save more wire. So get it onto the end. Down it goes. The fretboard on this is slightly radiused, but almost flat. So it doesn't really matter if the wire's bent, radiused, or in a coil, or if it's flat for a cigar box guitar, because you're going to be flat anyway. So, but it does. If you've got a radius like a 16-inch radius, the coil goes to the radius, and as you bang it in, because you've used the right fret kerf, 0.23 inch, 0.023, whatever it is, and you've got a 0.23 kerf tang, sorry, on your fret, it just pisses in. Look, I can do this in 5 minutes. Okay. So no silly fret pressers, nothing like that. And we're done. I don't think I cleaned that one out. So that's how I do it, and it's dead quick. And if you notice, can I have the camera for a minute? If you notice, they're nicely bedded in. There's no problem there. Later on, I'll dress the ends, and that's it. And I can literally do this fretboard in 5 minutes, less than 10 minutes certainly. Good quality fret wire is the answer. A good quality saw is the answer, and any old cheap fret hammer. But if you're going to slot a lot, then set up a table saw jig. If you're only going to do 1 or 2, buy them. It'll save you a world of pain. Okay. But if you want to do it by hand, and everything by hand because you don't want to use machines, then obviously the fretting jig, from Chicken Bone John or somewhere, I think he sells them. Stu might certainly sell them. but they're a nightmare. I don't think they're that good, and it takes you ages and a lot of arm ache, you know. You'd be better to spend the money on a table saw and a fretting circular blade for it, because it'd be just as expensive as buying a hand jig to do it with. So do that if I were you. I hope that's helped you, mate.